Hello, my name is Carlos B. Spencer. I'll tell a lot of people what that stands for, my family, some other people know. I'm the CEO of Grace and Mercy Productions, where we're changing the world one stage at a time. We're bringing you this video because we're pushing for Chicago 2012. We're going to raise $8,000 in 80 days. Why are we doing this? But before I get to that, let me backtrack. What are some of the reasons why Grace and Mercy Production exists? You know, a lot of people don't know why we do what we do. You know, we do stage plays, we do musicals, we do some Grace and Mercy nights, some sitcoms and different things like that. But why do we do what we do? So I want to answer that question. I'm glad you asked. Some of the reason we do this is because I love to see gifted people doing what they're called to do. Have you ever seen somebody in their element, you know, walking in their purpose? I mean, somebody who's gifted and talented and this is what they're called to do, and you get a chance to see them face to face, not just on TV, but you see them face to face doing what they love. Well, a couple years ago, actually it might have been about 7 years ago, we were doing a play, I Need a Father, and Dave Felder, Felder for Hire, he was doing the soundtrack and the production. And so Dave was in the studio, and I came in, I was eating or something, and his back was turned to me, so he didn't see me. He was recording the song, I Need a Father, and he was singing, and he was sweating down with a white t-shirt on, I'll never forget it. But at that moment, I looked at him and felt chills in my spirit because I knew he was doing what he was called to do. And I said to myself, can you imagine if he was able to do this full time? If he was able to pour all of his time into his passion and just all of his resources, all of what his creative ability, can you imagine the different types of music and things he'd be able to come up with? And that's when it started for Grace and Mercy Productions. I said, one of my callings is to provide a platform for people to be able to do what they love to do and to do it full time. So I don't do this just for me. I don't do this just so I can have my own job. I don't do this just so I can make some money. I do this because I believe that people who are gifted and talented should be able to do that full time. A servant is worthy of his own hire. Be a part of something big, be a part of Chicago 2012, be a part of what we're doing to raise $8,000 in 80 days, be able to say that you invested in it. We haven't just started this. We've been doing this for 10 years. So how can you help? I'm glad you asked the question. You can go to the website, graceandmercy.com. That's Grace, the letter N, mercy.com. You can find the PayPal button. It's a donate button. You can click on that. You can donate $5, $1, $10, $5,000, whatever you feel led to do. We're going to raise this $8,000 in 80 days, and we want you to be a part. How else can I help? You can also send this video out. It'll be on YouTube. You'll have a link there. You can send the video out to friends, to family, to associates, to businesses, to anybody who you think will want to be a part of something big, who want to be a part of what we're doing. So who am I to do this? You know, I'm Carlos B. Spencer. Like I said, we're changing the world one stage at a time. That's what we do at Grace and Mercy Productions, and I believe this is what I'm called to do, and I'm going to push to do it full throttle. We are downtown Buffalo, Town Gardens. This is actually where I grew up. A lot of memories, myself and my 3 brothers. I was about 4 years old when I moved down here. My youngest brother was a baby, so actually all his life was here. One of the sad truths is every year I talk to my brother, we find out that somebody died or somebody in jail. And it's a shame to see that, but this is where I grew up, right here, 191 Hickory. I'm always going to remember that number, 191 Hickory Street. Fond memories here. I remember shoveling this parkway. I remember the snow always blew this way. So it always blew this way, so we always had to shovel. And they never did, because all they snow blew over here. But in this field, it looked bigger when we was children, man. We used to play football right here, 4 of us. And we played football here. My mom would always make me let my younger brother win. But my older brothers had to let me win too, because I would whine sometimes if they didn't. Our field looked so much bigger then. A lot of fun memories, man. The major, you could never walk on his grass. Actually, when we got older, he actually got a lot nicer. Miss Thompson stayed over here. One of my friends stayed here. A couple friends stayed in a couple different places. And one of the memories that I had, actually, I wouldn't call it a fond memory, right here on this side of the building. I was about 8, 9 years old, maybe 11, 12. Some of my older friends, we was over here, we heard this pop noise, and we came around the corner. We saw somebody pull a gun out the trunk, start shooting. Most of us fled to the house. One of my friends, being nosy, he wanted to go see what happened. So he's over there, we standing here, we hear the noise, and then he just runs back. When he run over here, he's breathing hard, got blood on his shoe, one of the bullets actually broke into pieces and hit his foot. It busted his foot open, man. Like I said, that happened. Another thing, we were over in this field. This probably we were actually a little bit younger. Sitting right on this corner. We just had finished playing football. There was probably about maybe 9 of us, maybe about 6 of us. We just finished playing football, 6, 7 years old, and police come running around the corner with a gun in his hand. I'm gonna put your hands in the air. So we like 6, 7 years old with our hands in the air, like, man, we just playing football. What's really going on? I only say that because it's shameful that some people actually get numb to these things. My story is not even as dramatic as a lot of people's stories. It's unfortunate that some people have to live in certain circumstances just because they have to, and sometimes they choose to, which kind of gets me back to what we do at Grace and Mercy Productions, change the world one stage at a time. Some people have to fight through certain circumstances in order to fight for their dream. I also want to show people that no matter where you came from, even being a black man, you can make something of yourself. So I believe that no matter where you come from, once you got Christ in your life, it can make a difference. We have the same neighborhood as everybody else, but we came home to a Christ lifestyle. My mother wouldn't even lose sleep. She said she prayed, and if we came home late, she'd leave it up to God. And when she did that, raising 4 boys downtown, none of us ever shot, no broken bones. I say that again to say that you can fight for what you believe in, and I want you to come join us as we fight for what we believe. Some of the reasons why I bring up this information is not for a sob story, but to show that you can make something of your life no matter where you came from. And it's not just for us, not just in Grace and Mercy Productions, not just for myself, but as we change the world one stage at a time, we're doing this for everybody. We provide the platform for people to change the world, gifted people. You know, how can I bring this to a close? There's a quote that comes to mind. I can't remember the person who it came from, but it says this: "On the sands of hesitation lay the bones of countless millions, who at the dawn of victory waited, and in waiting died." We're not waiting. We're not hesitating. We're moving forward. Won't you come join us?
You wonder how to get